Meghan Markle was putting her staff members.
Alrighty then.
An instigator as well. It was really kind of split. Stop that.
Oh, dude, that has 420 and his name's got a mic. Alright. That's a good start.
Now, obviously, at the end of the day, he did win that case. But really, it ended up being a pretty negative life. Very vague, a pretty massive lie. She lied to the court, basically saying that she had lost these emails and text messages. She didn't have
I'm laggy. It hasn't stopped us before though.
It just ended up not being the right move. And the thing is, too, all the stuff were trying to help them. The negative she was looking and she believed her own life. So her megalomania was out of control. So she thought that doing something like this would have no Of course it did massively because she was basically, I mean, she won, but she won that court case really on pretty much everybody thought she lost it, and that she, at the end of the day,
that was shit.
grievances with the media, especially the tabloid press, could lead to tensions with his staff. One insider recalled, calls was nonstop. There were constant battles with the media and expecting the team to be on his side. He was always on Twitter. You then had to be on everything too. Every minor infraction.
What happened to the team? Where's the Iron team?
They left. People always leave like that. They like to leave.
So at the end of the day, at this point, you are under the imaginations of whoever is in charge. So in this case, Harry he goes up the line to William's father and his grandmother at the time when she was still alive. And Harry obviously had a deep distrust of the media. He obviously had some other questions as usual. Now I understand a good portion of that. But Harry was also, I think, under the illusion that the paparazzi were the ones who actually killed Diana, when it was in fact a drunk driving accident. Her driver was drunk, she wasn't wearing a seatbelt. That's actually how she died. So Harry was under this misconception, and he also had this deep inferiority complex. He's not that bright. And so I think it was just kind of an avalanche of any time somebody made any criticism of it. He took it deeply personally rather than understanding that there's stupid people on the internet and they're going to say stupid things. And so it's just best to ignore that. That's what I try to do. On the channel, I'll be connected with something squad or whatever, and they'll make comments, and it's like, even though sometimes there's a person that really wants to debate them, I try to just ignore it since they're ignorant, so there's just no point in me getting engaged in this. But not like Harry wanted to do that. As soon as then responding to every negative story and trying to respond to every negative story. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you kind of leave the negative stories, especially the political ones, alone. At the end of the day, you'll probably come out ahead because the narrative just kind of slowly adjusts over time. This responding to everything actually has a bad effect. It actually ends up backfiring, and I think makes you look petty and grieved. And the media then can look at you more because you look at a reaction. And so it goes on. He would use the phrase the whole time, the palace syndrome. We won't fight the battle for one because you have been institutionalized. Getting into the media was a defense of whether you have developed it. It was a constant test of loyalty. Are you going to protect me? Or do I have to become one of them who won't fight for me? It was exhausting. It sounds exhausting. And again, the palace is there to protect the institution and the monarchy and succession. Not necessarily individually you. If you play along with the system, you will be fine. It's when you go against the system, when you're breaking the system, that things end up
I could watch this guy all day. Look at that shotgun technique. Elastigirl. Jeez. Okay, something wasn't working there. I'm not just gonna sit forever and wait. Even though that player was very like that shotgun technique. It's like reminds me of my own technique, how I shoot slow with rifles and pistols so the recoil doesn't get all crazy. Okay.
and talking him down from various things he wanted to do because it would not fit into the bigger picture of what the three of them, William, Kate, and Harry, were trying to achieve. And again, I do feel sorry for this scenario because as you grow older within the institution, if you are the spare, your position gets less and less important. However, you can carve out a great opportunity for yourself within the palace, but that has to be something you work towards, and that has to be something you recognize that yes, you will always kind of be second best, but if you become like an expert in something, if you really achieve it in your career, that's what you should be in today. You might not have to think. But Harry did start going down that path, and then Megan seemed to kind of make it off. But apparently, one of the things that Harry really was frustrated by was the fact that he thinks George was consistent. The comedy Harry's frustration was a long held fear that time was running out once Prince George turned 18 and became irrelevant. He had this thing that he had a shelf life. He was fixated on this. He would compare himself with his uncle Prince Andrew. He would say, I have this time to make an impact because I can't. Until George turned 18 was the way he was thinking about it. Then I will be the also one. He was genuinely thinking of it as, I have this platform now for a limited amount of time. I want to move forward. His staff assured him he was a very different person from Prince Andrew. They told him, you can still have an impact in 40, 50, even longer, so long as you set the right foundation now. But he never saw that. Again, this is true. This is definitely true. No doubt, this is true. But it actually wouldn't be when George turns 18. Yes, the media, the tabloid coverage will turn more towards George the older he gets, and Charlotte and Louis as well. But again, if you are doing good work, you can still continue to do that. Yes, you will get the media attention you once did, but you will still get the appreciation of the public. But it was clear that perhaps Harry was more infatuated with the media attention than I initially thought. He wants these accolades from the public, and he wants to still be on the front cover of the magazine. But it is true, after a period of time, such as will happen. Same thing with Catherine and William. Over time, as they become older and older, and their kids become older, their kids will take the focus and attention. That's just how it will work. It's kind of the same thing with all things. Yes, you are young and things are maybe your 20s, your 30s, 40s, maybe. As you get into your 50s, 60s, and 70s, unless you are a bona fide, fantastic actor, you have a shelf life. That's just how it is. And same thing with sports, all those sorts of things. Comes a point in time where you're just not as important anymore. Not in your human life, your value as a human being, but you're not the titan of your industry anymore. And there is a time and a place for things, and that's why if you develop yourself spiritually, if you were in church or something like that, you can extend your influence on to the next generation. But Harry really had this, like Meghan, this very superficial understanding of what he could do. And I think that is kind of the future, is that he just did not understand that the deepness of what he does and how he connects with the people, and he does connect with the people very well, could offset this worry that he had. He was very naive, childish, and quite frankly immature in his thinking about what his position actually meant. Faced with hordes of journalists intent on trawling through every aspect of Meghan's life, Harry became determined to protect his girlfriend. Meghan, meanwhile, told him that if he did not do something about it, she would break off the relationship. A source said she was saying, if you don't put out a statement confirming I'm your girlfriend, I'm going to break up with you. Harry was in a panic. Another source said he was freaking out, saying she's going to dump him. And of course, then, within all this kind of negativity that Harry had, I think, and he was dealing with, and this huge inferiority complex he had, Meghan came into the picture. And Meghan is a manipulator. She's not a Machiavellian manipulator like I sometimes kind of thought she was. She's like Harry, she's very shallow, she's very vapid, she's not very good at this. And she wound him up. I mean, even going to, I'm going to dump you if you don't confirm I'm your girlfriend, is very manipulative. And I think, too, because we've kind of been able to conclude that she's lied or exaggerated about aspects of her young life. She doesn't want the media to into her life because since the narrative that she told perhaps Harry will fall apart, that she's told other members of the family will will fall apart under media scrutiny because, again, so much of what she's created has been a facade. Harry phoned Jason Knapp, the Megan put out a statement confirming that Megan was his girlfriend and condemning the racial and sexist undertones of some of the media coverage. Megan wanted public validation that this was a serious relationship. She was convinced that the palace was unwilling to protect her from media intrusion. She told Harry's staff, "I know how the palace works. I know how this is going to play out. You don't care about the girlfriend." And I think that's incredibly true. Generally, the girlfriends kind of relate to the wolves. I mean, this includes Catherine too. But at the same time, it's like the monarchy is subject to the people, and so they can't extend a ton of coverage to a girlfriend who might fall off the map. But Meghan was very, very convinced that her and Harry were going to get married because I think that's how she had planned it in her mind, and hey, she made it happen. Whatever. But she was very convinced that she was going to be this huge figure. And I think at one point, I think I caught it in here somewhere in some of my excerpts. She told the palace staff, "Well, I'm going to be your boss one day, so you better do what I say." Was essentially kind of her attitude, and you can tell already her attitude was very, very entitled given the situation. They'd only been dating for a couple months, so why are you so entitled and demanding all these things? But I think it also she knew this was a currency that she could use within Hollywood to try to get herself ahead and try to plan her life around eventually relocating to Hollywood, trying to get Harry to pursue her Hollywood dreams because she failed on her own. Meghan thanked Ted, and she wanted to concentrate on her humanitarian and philanthropic work and to support Harry as a member of the royal family. As one source said, the entire place, because of everything about her and because of what Harry's previous girlfriend had been through, was bending over backwards to make sure every option was open. And so this was one of the kind of higher-up members of the palace who had spoken with her. And again, they were trying to feel her out, trying to feel out what she could do. And they also had to be such an independent woman, quote unquote, because she had clean her husband, so independent every day. And I think too, you can see here that they're all independent. We know you're an independent woman. So if you want to have complete acting, we're not going to criticize. You can probably make that happen. Because at this point, the line of succession has been solidified. We have 2 Cambridge children. Catherine was was going to be pregnant with her third, or was already pregnant with her third at this point. So the line of succession has been established. Harry and Meghan, not as important anymore. And then we get to this section talking about kind of Ed Lane Fox, who was kind of Harry's kind of personal attaché. When I was at the Invictus Games in 2016, I actually happened to see Ed before I saw Harry. And when I saw Ed, I was like, ooh, Harry is there somewhere. So I just had to kind of wait, and then Harry came. So that was my one claim to fame. Anyways, so Ed had been trying to work behind the scenes a lot. Apparently, his work wasn't well appreciated, which is a general thing. Ed had to wage a huge battle to get them to understand that she would not be able to live her life without police protection. Meghan had no idea that this was even happening, because we did not want her to have another reason to think that she wasn't going to be welcomed. Ed did amazing things for her behind the scenes, but none of them was really appreciated. Again, kind of the ego is out of control, and there were things going on behind the scenes, but again, you're talking about government money. This is not just something that happens arbitrarily. They have to go through a lot of red tape. It's not just that you're often dating Elon Musk. That's not what this is. It's entirely different, but Meghan, again, doesn't seem to understand any of this. At this time, at the Queen's request, the Lord Chamberlain, Earl Peel, the most senior figure in the household, went to see the couple to explain to Meghan how the palace works. He recalled, "I liked her actually. She's very forthright, very, very polite, very understanding. She wanted to learn." Which we know now was kind of...
It fucking took all the bullets, you fuckers. Okay then, let's go. They might still got 2 in their squad too that we gotta kill.
In late 2017, after the couple's engagement was announced, a senior aide discreetly raised with the couple the difficulties caused by their treatment of staff. People need to be treated well and with some understanding, even when they were not performing to Harry and Meghan's standards. Meghan was ready with her pride. It's not my job to call it. Again, we've heard this quote before, and it's just a reminder again.
Peter!
engagement. It seemed that she wanted Seth to have to talk to someone a bit further down the pecking order in a small office where there wasn't much of a pecking order, wasn't treating her with respect. She would take it as an insult, believes one source. So this, I think, kind of comes back to Megan only wanted to deal with the higher ups. Like, she didn't want to deal with the peons. Like, this woman cannot talk to an assistant. She has to talk to the, whoever is the head. She is, again, this is horrible behavior. And it sounds like they had a very agreeable office. And Megan's behavior became something that Harry did as well, which is really, really pathetic because Harry should be setting an example for Megan. He should not be taking direction from Megan, who has no idea what she is doing to the system. I don't care how smart she is, she has no clue how this works. So a smart person would have taken a step back and tried to learn, but Megan just wanted to learn. She wanted to be treated like Marie Antoinette, and we all know how that ended. Organizing a wedding was particularly stressful. There were rules about scheduling, wedding announcements, the gospel choir, and most famously, the tiara. In the months before the wedding, Megan was told that the Queen would lend her a tiara for the big day, just as she had done with poor Kate Middleton 7 years earlier. An appointment was made in February for Megan to look at a short list of appropriate tiaras at Buckingham Palace. Accompanied by Harry and under the watchful eyes was Callie, the Queen's dresser, who was also curator of the Queen's jewelry. Megan opted for Queen Mary's and Van Gogh's tiara. Again, this was kind of an interesting question of whether or not, I think it is interesting whether this was the tiara thing was a question over which tiara she could get or if she gets the thing. I think both maybe had a place. I still kind of think that they still wanted Fusion's tiara. I think that's what happened. But anyways, Megan then needed to make sure her hairdresser had an opportunity to rehearse with it before the day itself. Unfortunately, on the day her hairdresser, Serge Normand, was in town, Angela Kelly was not available, so neither was the tiara. In Harry's view, this was Kelly being obstructive. According to the book Finding Freedom, Kelly had ignored repeated requests from Kensington Palace to set up a date for a hair trial, and Harry was furious. Nothing could convince Harry. Some of the old guard at the palace simply didn't like Meghan and would stop at nothing to make her life difficult, wrote the book author. But there's another version, that Harry and Meghan were naive at best and entitled at worst, to expect others to jump to their command when they had not even bothered to make an appointment. As a source told the Mail on Sunday, Meghan demanded access to the tiara. She didn't make an appointment with Angela, but said, "We're at Buckingham Palace. We want the tiara. Can we have it now, please?" Angela essentially said, "I'm sorry, that's not how it works. There's a protocol in place over these jewels. They are kept under tight locking key. You can't just turn up and demand to have the tiara just because your hairdresser happens to be in town." Harry then began ringing others to put pressure on Kelly to bend the rules, and in the course of his less than diplomatic efforts is said to have used some fairly fruity language. Whether Harry swore at his grandmother's aid or about her is not clear, but she wasn't impressed. She reported all this to the Queen, who summoned Harry to a private meeting. He was totally put in his place, that he had been downright rude. And again, this just goes back to the fact that you cannot demand things. There is a system, there is a protocol, especially for these kind of jewels. Yes, of course, they are under lock and key. There's a very specific, they don't want Meghan walking out with this tiara worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, Catherine had actually used a clear tiara to do a test run. So you can use actually some fake tiaras to make it happen, so that Harry and Meghan demanded the real one, and that Harry got so aggressive about it. And again, I think part of it is Harry's inferiority complex coming out, but I think part of it is Meghan kept winding him up. And I think he just kept getting wound tighter and tighter and tighter, because she would say, "Well, if you don't do this for me, you don't really love me, do you?" And I don't know if that's true. That's just what I'm positing. But I think that winding of Harry just made him get more aggressive and tense and tight and everything, because he was so desperate to please her, because if he didn't, she basically, I think, threatened constantly to leave him. And I think that's just incredibly sad. At around the same time, Meghan spoke harshly at a meeting to a young female member of the team in front of her colleagues. After Meghan had pulled to shreds a plan she had drawn up, the woman told Meghan how hard it would be to implement a new one. "Don't worry," Meghan told her. "If there was literally anyone else I could ask to do this, I would be asking them instead of you." Later, Prince William, who had heard some of the treatment that she had been subjected to, came to find the woman. "I hope you're okay," he told her.
The storm.
"Doing a really good job." She promised honestly burst into tears. And I mean, that's just incredibly cruel to do to someone, is to put them down in front of others. And I've had a difficult boss, and there was just a moment where it's just like, you just want to scream and pull your hair out. Like, there was just nothing you could do, nothing you could say that could ever please this person. And so I understand that, and just being that cruel. And I think there was something else that said that Megan just took, I think, pleasure in being cruel to people, because she really did think that she was a queen. That all of a sudden now she even told us in the cut interview, she's a real life princess. And so she acts like she thinks a real life princess acts, but honey, princesses don't act like that anymore. They generally don't. I mean, there is, I think, everybody who is in this kind of world does struggle with arrogance to a certain extent, but generally they're not stupid enough to actually treat their staff members that poorly. And everybody has that day, absolutely, no doubt about it. But this is somebody who Megan seems to relish in her cruelty to people. On another occasion, when Megan felt she had been let down over an issue that was worrying her, she rang repeatedly when the staffer was out for dinner on a Friday night. Every 10 minutes, I had to go outside to be screamed at by her and Harry. It was, "I can't believe you've done this. You've let me down. What were you thinking?" It went on for a couple of hours. The call started again the next morning and continued for days, the staffer said. You could not escape them. There were no lines, or boundaries. It was last thing at night, the first thing in the morning. I mean, that's just awful. There should be a separation between personal and private, personal time and work time. And honestly, nothing Harry and Meghan were doing was earth-shattering, and most of it could be done probably within normal business hours for the most part. I mean, there's exceptions to that, like, somebody dying is obviously an exception, but berating somebody, calling them constantly to scream at them, not just like scream at them, is just awful. She just sounds awful. She really does. Knapp had been growing increasingly concerned about how staff were being treated by Meghan. And Harry too. The issue had been brought into focus by the departure of Meghan's PA, Morrison's body. Just 6 months after joining the palace, the body, who had been the second PA to leave after Meghan's arrival, was a 39-year-old French woman who had previously worked for Robbie Williams and his wife, Ada Field. Since then, the palace sources have said the clashes between Meghan and her body would have centered on the free gifts that some companies would send to Meghan. Deliveries were constantly arriving in the palace. Clothes, jewelry, candles. It was absolutely non-stop. The body was apparently meticulous in following the household rule that members of the royal family cannot accept freebies from commercial organizations. Her clothes did not go down well with Meghan. I want to make it up to two. Meghan wanted freebies. Meghan wanted to be treated like a cousin. She didn't have the talent. The inherited developer talent to actually do it. I thought it was interesting reading the Tom Bower book, that apparently one of her drama teachers actually told her, well, if you work at this, you can be a good actress. Megan didn't want to work. She wanted to coach. She wanted the celebrity lifestyle that she could never achieve on her own, because she didn't work for it. She didn't want it. She wanted the easy way. Because what I found interesting about Tom Bower's book too is that most of what she achieved through Sunshine Stacks, her speeches and stuff, things that she touts as her great achievements in a lot of ways, were really things she paid for. She paid to get to where she is in many respects. And she didn't have the talent to do it. She just happened to have a PR team that would kind of go out there for her, and she demanded them, and I'm sure she paid them a buttload of money to do it. And they managed to get her in front of the UN in various places, but most people were sitting in the audience like, who is this woman? Why is she here? And she got there because she paid for it. And so all this hard work has paid off, and Meghan wanted all these freebies. And the palace, and Catherine follows this as well, is to say no to freebies because you don't want to show favoritism in certain ways. And apparently, Meghan really wanted it all. On another occasion, there was a confusion over arrangements for a London engagement. Sort of a mishap that did not go down well. The member of staff involved knew they would have to talk to Meghan about it and was dreading the prospect.
Hey,
after they missed
what's all this about?
Back, but she did not look up. He said, she hasn't called back. I feel terrible.
God!
Short time later, they added, this is so ridiculous. I can't stop.
Stay away from me. No.
And we've heard this before, but again, it adds a bit more context. The abuse of staff, obviously, it's like a Sussex, Survivors Club. Like, they all have You can see why now. It's very clear. I can imagine living in this stressful environment because they also don't have normal recourses. So because Harry and Meghan are palace officials, are part of this family system, there's no like recourses. You really can't go to HR to a certain extent because you can't fire Harry.
What is that? Whoa! Oh, hello, Mr. Alien. Whoa! Hello, who are you? This is my planet. Oh, I didn't know this is your planet.
Exceptionally talented, even in Hollywood, to get away with this type of behavior. If you do this, this gets around and you don't get jobs because people don't want to work with you. That's what happens. And I'm sure that's what's happening now with Harry and Meghan, is that this behavior is really beginning to catch up with them. Because, yes, you
Damn, all these people got gold names. That means they're over a level 100. That's what I want. That's what I'm going for. We're getting there. It's just we need more kills and more amazing feats of legendary proportions and wins to do that.
He also expressed concerns about I asked what can be done to make sure his phone feels supported. I raised a very real possibility that he struggled with severe depression could be and could have to walk away from the position. Knapp concluded by saying that brothers agreed with me on all counts that the situation was very serious. I remain concerned that nothing will be done. And again, they didn't have some great recourses, not to mention the fact, how do you deal with it? It's hard because we've seen that Catherine has dealt with her staff in an exemplary way. I mean, Andrew can be kind of demanding. There was kind of a bust-up between Sophie and one of her security guards one time. But for the most part, most people within the palace are very kind and courteous to their staff members. This kind of behavior is something they didn't know how to deal with because they never dealt with somebody as nasty as Meghan Markle. There was, however, no doubt that Meghan could be a demanding boss. There were a number of people, allegedly including Harry himself, who suggested that the problems were partly due to cultural differences and management style. Omid Scobie and Carolyn Strand, authors of Finding Freedom, said Americans can be much more direct, and that often doesn't sit well with the much more refined institution of the monarchy. However, Jason Knapp, the person who made the bullying allegation, was also an American. Insiders said this was about more than just Meghan's American street talking, and I agree with that. I'm an American. Meghan honestly embarrasses me. She's an embarrassment as kind of an American in a different cultural institution because she looks like a PXCCH, and she makes all of us look uncultured, undignified, unkind, demanding, like all these sorts of things, which most Americans are not. And yes, there is a cultural difference, but this goes beyond cultural differences. This is a whole other level of humanity. Behind the scenes, it was a different story. Although she enjoyed the attention, Meghan failed to understand the points of those walkabouts. Shaking hands with countless strangers, according to several members of the staff, she was heard to say on at least one occasion, "I can't believe I'm not getting paid for this." Honey, you are getting paid for this. That's what the sovereign grant is. That is what Charles gives you. That's how you're being paid. Yes, you're not getting paid by the handshake. But you know what? Before the monarchy, nobody would have freaking paid to shake your hand. Hardly anybody would pay to get your autograph. Like, you should be so grateful this crowd is there to see you. But they're not really there to see you necessarily. They're there to see the representation of the monarchy. They're there to see Prince Harry. These kind of the big draws, you're kind of alone to the dog. And Meghan, I don't think ever really understood that. Although I think
Damn, that was some freaking British loyalist shit. I didn't know. I kept shooting. When it comes to like Catherine and Meghan, they're basically moons orbiting around whatever planet their spouse is. And so Harry and Meghan just didn't seem to understand that the
they are away from it, the less the sun shines. So when they left the monarchy, guess what? The sunshine stayed with the crown instead of them. So, anyway, one member of the tour party, more sympathetic than most to Meghan, said, "I think Sam," so this is Sam Cohen, who had worked with the palace for over a decade, when tasked to work with the disaster that is Harry and Meghan, was trying to work out what was the opportunity to look like after Meghan arrived. Meghan wanted to bring her people rather than the traditional palace people. My impression was that it was proving very, very difficult to hold this together. And in the middle of all that, not only are they newly married, but also have a big tour to do, Meghan's pregnant, so it was certainly clear there were lots of pressure. That Meghan wanted to bring in her own people is not a surprise. Again, Sunshine Factory fully smoked up Meghan's butt, telling her that she was the future Queen Diana, or future Princess Diana, and so she thought that palace would be treating her that way, but that's not how this works. And Hollywood people, again, their job is promotion, and they had no clue how the monarchy system worked. And I made a whole video about how Sunshine Facts basically destroyed Harry and Meghan by making them believe in their own hubris rather than understanding the delicacies of the monarchy that are very, very different. Sunshine Facts basically helped lead them through, and although Meghan was also pushing the train off the cliff, the lack of understanding of what the monarchy is and Meghan and Harry's place in it was the precipice of their demise. And unfortunately, they had to abuse their staff along the way. Sam had been screened at before the flight and during. After that, she warned other staff to stay away from Harry and Meghan for the rest of the day. That evening, her colleagues tried to arrange the matter so that she did not have to see Harry and Meghan more than was strictly necessary. "It was so horrible to see yesterday," one said the next day. According to one source, David Manning, who was always a reassuring presence on tours, would say, "You are dealing with a very difficult lady." The effect of Meghan's behavior was cast even in its darkest terms sometime after Knapp wrote his email to Stanley and Kay. Harry had heard about the complaint and had tried to persuade Knapp to make it go away, something denied by the Sussex's lawyers. One member of staff, who had been named by Knapp in the email, was due to work with Meghan the next day and was worried that she would find out about the complaint. "This is why I feel sick," they said. "I don't want to have to get in the car with her tomorrow morning. She will blame me for it, which will make tomorrow absolutely horrific." In the months after the South Pacific tour, the relationship between Jason Knapp and Harry and Meghan was effectively over. Even though Knapp was still officially in charge of their media operation, in December, Meghan, wearing a black one-shoulder Givenchy dress, made a surprise appearance at the British Fashion Awards at Royal Albert Hall, where she presented an award to Claire Wright Keller, who had designed her wedding dress. Knapp had no idea it was happening until Meghan was on stage. She had refused to let Sam Cohen or her assistant private secretary, Amy Pickerel, tell him it was happening. This is just really hubris and arrogance, and I do have to say that Claire Wright Keller, after Megxit, Claire Wright Keller was basically let go from the industry. Because most of the things she put Meghan in were terrible. Meghan looked terrible, most of it wrinkled, it was kind of bad. Her Givenchy stuff was awful. And I don't think it was because Claire was necessarily bad designer, but Meghan was a terrible client. And the reason why she stayed on Givenchy for so long is that, well, Meghan does kind of bring some publicity to Givenchy. But the problem is that even though Claire is British, Givenchy is a French fashion house. As a royal, Meghan is always supposed to wear British fashion as much as possible, because she is a representative of Great Britain to the world. Meghan didn't care. Again, it's all about feeding Meghan's own ego. And that she kept Knapp in the dark about that was, again, makes his life more difficult. And is it any surprise that none of their staff really want to protect them now? The month after Knapp set his bullying allegations to Simon Case, he handed in his notice. He was instead taken on by William Kate as his special advisor, and later became chief executive of the couple's charitable foundation, the Royal Foundation. The bullying allegations, meanwhile, accelerated a major shakeup at Kensington Palace, with Harry and Meghan splitting their household from William and Kate. Catherine and William picked up, because here's the thing, palace staffers work for low wages to a certain extent because they have the prestige of working for the palace. And so even though all these people are highly trained and highly qualified, they go on a lower salary because they get certain benefits and perks for working with the palace. And so that Meghan and Harry treated their staff members so badly when they're getting paid probably less than they would in the private sector is just terrible. And Catherine and William were kind enough to pick
I know, stop telling me. Jeez. Does it want me to do it or what?
Certainly sent a dual West British citizen with a bright smile and boundless energy was the PR big hitter who was going to be in charge of communications. Then a managing partner at the Freud PR agency, she had a wealth of experience, having been a senior advisor on Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. Sarah was very experienced and exactly what she needed, said one source. She was capable of telling truth to power and being honest with them. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. Yeah. Meanwhile, Cohen was clearly delighted.
Alright, my shit works. Cool.
It was like working for a couple of teenagers. They were impossible and pushed her to her limit. She was miserable. Cohen was at her wit's end.
It's the Hunger Games, bro. Oh, fuck.
She also found herself getting far more involved in arranging their personal lives than normally supporting the private sector. So despite the job title, it's just there to look after their official lives. Again, goes to show that Harry and Meghan were using their staff members not just verbally and, by screaming at them and those sorts of things, but was actually utilizing them and their time to do things that were out of their bounds, that they weren't supposed to be doing. Harry and Meghan, if you want a private personal assistant to help you manage your life, that is a private personal assistant who then communicates with your private secretary, who is there to manage your official life as a royal. At first, Latham and Meghan were a golden combination. She told a friend, "I love this job. It's amazing." Latham would go around for lunch with the Duchess at Brockwood Cottage to talk things over. Latham thought she understood Meghan, who believed the press hated her and that she was Meghan, as an American, was a victim of cultural differences rather than racism. What she needed was someone to hold her hand and help her navigate her way through the minefield. Did not take long for the shine to wear off. There was a series of battles with the media that spring and summer, first being Meghan's last baby shower in New York. Then when Archie was due in May, Meghan was determined to avoid the indignity of a royal birth with journalists camped outside the hospital. House put out a statement saying that the Duchess had gone into labor, only for it to emerge later that she had, in fact, given birth some 8 hours before. So, yeah. Again, Meghan, I think, puts on this shine.
Damn, I don't want to use the rockets yet. Use this. What's up, kids? Fuck it, bro!
It's just so mind-blowing to me because it's so incredibly obvious. It's so obvious. The relationship between the couple and Latham became increasingly tense. Close calls did wonder how long Latham wanted to stick around. At the back of their minds was the feeling that anyone leaving the Sussex team would be best advised to think of a good excuse. Meghan did not like it if she thought it was about her, and it was always about her, pretty much. Next to go was Meghan's assistant private secretary, Amy Pickerel. At the time, sources said the departure described by Meghan as very sad was amicable. In fact, when Meghan learned that Pickerel had handed in her notice, she was so angry that she refused to let Pickerel travel with her in the car to an official engagement in London that morning, which I'm sure she really appreciates it. Again, it goes to show that Meghan is just like she.
Damn, bro, I need some more rockets. I can win the game if I get enough rockets, man.
My mom actually had this story she worked with him, this was years ago, who was just awful to her. And then when my mom wanted to...
I don't want to miss any gunfights, bro.
she's like, oh, you were so fun. And I was telling me that, and you worried me the whole time. Well, of course I wanted to leave. Not as good at it as she is. But obviously, she doesn't.
Hell yeah, man. I need rockets, bro. Where's the rockets, bro? Ah.
The U.S. team has been very busy, working on deals not only with Netflix, but also with mental health series for Apple Plus, Winfrey and Meghan's voiceover for about. And again, this goes to show Meghan and Harry were preparing for their way out, but again, this ended up being disastrous for them. While preparing for the actress tour, the team was trying to persuade the couple it would be appropriate to interview with the British media. And Amanda Cohen suggested Tom Bradby of ITV. But
can't say no to that, bro. I can't. Oh, fuck you.
After thinking about it, however, Harry said they would agree. So he and Meghan could not be interviewed together or be in the same shot. That would go against their deal with Oprah, which at that point was slated for the autumn of that year. It eventually went ahead more than a year later in March of 2021. The trailer came out while William and Kate were on tour in Pakistan. The resulting coverage inevitably overshadowed reporting of the last day of the Cambridge's tour. The Cambridge team was not happy and saw it as a deliberate attempt to knock the Cambridges out of the headlines. Relations between the two households became quite tense. And again, this is important. The air, always needs to take center stage, but Meghan wanted to compete constantly. And so this was causing a very fractious relationship and a fractious time because they really needed Catherine and William as the future heirs to really be at the center. But Harry and Meghan wanted all the attention on themselves all the time. William, back at home after the Pakistan tour, appears to have been taken aback after he started portrayal of his brother and sister-in-law's unhappiness. He realized they were in crisis. The day after the documentary aired, William WhatsApped his brother to ask him to come over and see him. This put Harry and Meghan into a spin. What should they do? Initially, Harry was in favor and then spoke to his brother again and asked him who he would tell. William explained they would have to clear his schedule, which would mean telling his private secretary. At that point, Harry said don't come. He was so concerned that William's team would leak the visit to the press that he would rather they did not come than risk it getting into the papers. It highlighted once again the dysfunction at the heart of so many royal relationships and that members of the royal family so rarely pick up the phone and speak to each other directly. So that's kind of an interesting conclusion there. This is the first excerpt we've given, but just kind of reading through this, it's just very, very clear that Meghan just was nasty from the jump. She really was. She steamrolled over staff members even before she became an official member of the royal family. And she
hell yeah, man.
She was Marie Antoinette, and basically anything of staff members and degraded them whenever.
Yes, bro.
Joy and a certain amount of pleasure and humiliating people, which is just terrible. And Harry went along with it. I don't know why. Was it pleasant to please her? Is that really how he always felt? Was he kind of convinced that this is how he deals with staff members? I mean, he should know better than this. He really should. But again, Harry and Meghan, it's all about the facade, all about themselves, all about themselves and their own egos. And so this becomes something that's quite damaging, I think, in many, many ways. And just looking back at all this now, it's clear that Harry and Meghan really went out on the wrong foot from the jump. They did everything wrong. Everything. And this is just an example of how, if they had just done the right things, if they had been a little kinder and a little less nasty, I think they'd be in a better position. Because I think this behavior that they exhibited just as initial royals has extended now into their Hollywood life as well. And you know what? People in the private sector, they kind of get the benefit of working with Harry and Meghan, but not really. They don't get the benefit of working with the palace, having perhaps the palace apartment given to them. And so Harry and Meghan still cycle through staff members about their turnover is about a year. People stay only about a year or less. Because how can you stay with them? And I think there'll be a decent amount of criticism of Harry and Meghan in the book and of the palace for not understanding and knowing how to deal with somebody like Meghan. And that's why I think Megan will never be allowed back into the royal fold. Not to mention the fact that there will be some, I think, serious consequences in the future for behavior like this because it does damage this institution as a whole. To have
Fuck, man. You fucking kid. Damn. Oh, we got sandwiched. And one team from the front, one team from the back. Hit it from the front and hit it back at the same time. Whoops. White Sox Pride 24. Of course he's gonna be in North America East. White Sox. Or the Red Sox or whatever. That's like Boston and shit. Oh my god, it's the Illuminati!
Yo, where are we landing? You can choose.
Blue. Fuck, I dodged all my goddamn rockets, man. We got sandwiched last game.
You got sandwiched last game?
Yeah, it was like under 15 left, and I was with my team, and fucking, we were doing so well for so long, and we got hit up from the front, and then we got hit up from the back at the same time. I had so many rockets. That's like my favorite way to kill people is like grenades and rockets. And then I guess pistol, AR, shotgun, and sniper. If I can't get those two things, I'm already probably gonna get fucked. I gotta get away from that house and people. Fuck, man. As long as I have a gun with bullets.
Yeah, does anybody want to come?
We shall see. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I realize this was a longer video, but hey, there was a lot of juicy nuggets in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for subscribing.
Just kill him, bro.
Oh no! Oh
Kill
no!
him.
Oh no!
Alright.
I was a
Alright,
very
thank
naughty
you.
boy.
I fucking hate landing here. Oh my god. Shoot! Use your gun! What the fuck? Ah, that hurt to watch. This fucking killer. Fuck. That was bad.
At the time, the country was full of excitement and anticipation. But since then, we've learned to build up to the bigger day. One of those apparently was over the menu. That there had been some dispute over one of the dishes being prepared for the wedding.
Ain't no way you're still on that game.
Tasting the dishes, and one dish that was meant to be
Come on.
she complained smelled of egg. And apparently at this point, suddenly the Queen walked in and said, "Meghan, in this family, we don't speak to people like that."
There were many things, as we later found out, that Meghan Markle didn't like, including the musty smell of St. George's Chapel. Wanted to know why that couldn't be rectified.
Huh. Not good enough for Harry and Meghan, right? Since they needed air fresheners. I just can't get over this. Worried about the smell of a historic, beautiful building. Let me tell you some other people have
This
got
guy's playing on a Switch.
same church. It's Princess Eugenie and Peter and Autumn got married there. Peter Phillips and Autumn. Oh, and how about this? King Charles and Queen Camilla. Edward and Sophie got married there. I mean, the list could go on and on. It's a beautiful historical place.
Even Meghan's bridal gown was apparently the cause of some dispute.
Victoria, we all know there is a royal wedding coming up very soon. How is
Okay, well.
this dress going? Is it going well?
Well, maybe you know that I don't. I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Well, on every board, you are right up there at the top of the odds on the betting for who's doing the dress.
But sadly not, but I'm sure she will look incredible in whatever she wears.
This is the embroidered ball gown she wore in her TV show Suits. In real life, sources say the gown for her royal wedding to Prince Harry will cost a staggering $400,000. By the way, Duchess Kate's intricate lace Alexander McQueen wedding gown cost a rumored $434,000.
Today, Buckingham Palace has just received a special delivery.
Here's the magnificent gown by the numbers. It took 3,900 hours and 4 months to make. Speculation is growing that Meghan Markle may not, repeat, not wear white on her wedding day. You don't think she's going to wear white?
Really? Well, she's been married.
Again,
It would be something, maybe she will, but it would be something for the tabloids to pick over.
Remember, Meghan was a divorcee, and the Queen was apparently surprised that she was choosing to wear a white dress.
That's right. The Queen, once commented to one of her very best friends, Lady Elizabeth Anson, that Meghan's Givenchy wedding gown was a little too white, considering the fact that she was a divorced woman.
is there anything about self-interest that you can tell us about?
No, I can't say anything about that. In the Queen's opinion, it wasn't appropriate for a divorcee getting remarried in the church to look quite so flamboyant and libertine.
I think with Meghan, she's smart and fresh.
That's Claire, artistic director for Givenchy, helping Meghan adjust her gown as the bride and the steps of St. George's Chapel.
Same shitty spot. Cool.
The silver tail is 16 feet long, and the elaborate floral decoration took 5.5 hours to build.
Wash their hands every 30 minutes to keep the tulle and silk threads pristine.
Part of the discussions around the veil was what we're going to do. Would it be a lace edge or border? Would it
hope people like it as much as I help you create.
She was supposedly never happy with anything that the designers came up with, hence why her dress fitted her so badly on her wedding day.
Was the royal wedding as spectacular as you dreamt it to be?
Yes. I loved it.
What did you think of that dress?
I was so excited to see this, and then it came out and I was like, oh, okay. The dress itself was structured and solid. And then there's this veil that's super dainty and airy. I mean, like 50 feet too long. The buzz won't stop. Was Meghan Markle's wedding dress slightly ill-fitting? There she was, gorgeous and sophisticated, in Givenchy haute couture gown. But was there excess fabric around the arms and around the waist? It just wasn't a clean, crisp fit, and looked a bit loose, tweeted one viewer. Plain and simple is fine, but it didn't fit. Some even suggested the gown could have used some last-minute work. Unpopular opinion, her dress needed another fitting. What did you guys think of the dress? Thoughts on the dress? I would have done one more fitting.
Alright, of course. Let me tell you, that dress.
Kate won. Kate won. I'm sorry. I'm never not going to tell the truth. One more fitting. Talk about the tiara, wasn't it?
I heard about that, yeah. Ah, yes. Now, this is the tiara, which looked beautiful there on Meghan's head, but it was, we later learned, source of some argument. Then in Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, he confirmed it all. He said there had been a big row. There'd been some real tensions about which tiara Meghan was going to wear.
She was already designing her veil around the Spencer tiara, having not yet even tried it on or gotten permission.
I got it.
I wrote a story and it became known as Tiara Gate.
This is a nice one-on-one.
Harry.
Kind of missed a little bit too much, but I don't know.
Meghan wanted to wear a particular tiara which the Queen didn't want to let him do.
5 tiaras were arranged on the table. I stood behind, watching. One was all emeralds, one was aquamarines. Each was more dazzlingly stunning than the last.
He also fails to mention that Meghan wanted the green emerald tiara, which was actively reserved for Princess Eugenie, and Harry supposedly hit the group when they were told it was impossible for her to wear it.
So, he himself was becoming a bit of a bridezilla, but he was on behalf of Meghan.
Let's not forget that Angela Kelly was the person who had the unmitigated gall to say, no, you can't have Eugenie's tiara. You have to have another one. And Harry wasn't having any of that, but what Meghan wants never gets.
Well, Meghan wants never gets.
She had him come into a meeting, like, hold up, wait a minute, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself, boo.
The Queen said, she gets the tiara that I've chosen for her.
They had a lovely time with the tiara, and then of course Meghan wanted to borrow it so that her hairdresser could practice. But there was a row, supposedly, over getting access to the tiara, to the doulas that would allow them to be able to view the tiaras.
This was because it was the Queen's aide, the right-hand woman Angela Kelly, who was in charge of the Queen's jewellery.
Meghan demanded access to the tiara. She didn't make an appointment with Angela, but said, we're at Buckingham Palace, we want the tiara, can we have it now, please? And this seems to be where the trouble started. Unfortunately, the day that her hairdresser was available, Angela herself was not available, and neither was the tiara. Angela essentially said, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. You can't just turn up and demand to have the tiara just because your hairdresser happens to be in town. And this put Harry on the attack. Apparently, he was ringing others to put pressure on to Angela Kelly and to try and bend the rules to try and get access to the tiara.
She said the tiara would require Audrey and Princess Court to leave the palace.
Apparently there was an argument in which allegedly used very pretty language.
But all right, I said, if that's protocol, let's find an orderly and a police officer and get the ball rolling.
But I think it's not done thing. These are multi-million-pound priceless heirlooms. You can't just borrow it just because your hairdresser's flown over from Paris.
Can't the government? Why can't it?
Any jewels are literally, you have to have a police officer, our police officer escort them. You know, they have to be signed out and full everything.
They're not just kept in a drawer, they're kept under lock and key. And quite significant lock and key.
James Price, Kate's hairstylist, came up with a unique concept for securing the tiara in Kate's hair, practicing ahead of the day with a cheap 6-pound tiara from Claire's Accessories.
So you can use actually some fake tiaras to make it happen. So that Harry and Meghan demanded the real one, and that Harry got so aggressive about it.
She was being obstructive, obviously.
His version is that Angela Kelly, the Queen's dresser, was being deliberately obstructive and not allowing her to practice with the tiara.
Complicated, time-consuming. We need at least one dress rehearsal.
In the royal family, servants, they're almost part of the family.
To my mind, Angela was a troublemaker, and I didn't need her as an enemy.
You know, like Queen's right-hand woman Angela Kelly, they're almost like a sister or a daughter to Her Majesty.
Above all, she was still in possession of that tiara.
Whether Harry swore at his grandmother's aides or about her was unclear. However, Angela Kelly reported it straight back to the Queen, and she summoned Harry for a private meeting. According to Valentine Lowe, he was firmly put in his face.
And that caused a certain amount of dissent in the ranks, you say.
Yeah.
How I wished I could send special forces to go and grab that tiara.
Harry and Meghan were naive at best, entitled at worst, to expect others to jump to their command when they had not even bothered to make it up to business.
I also revealed that Kate and Meghan had fallen over the way that Meghan was speaking to staff at Kensington Palace and were now for bullying claims against her.
The staff that Meghan and Kate shared had a very different take on both of the women. They really liked Kate, but Meghan, they claim, was very rude and very demanding, especially when it came to wedding planning. Apparently she was like a giant bridezilla and she was not like pleasant to be around.
Each day there was another world exclusive about the flowers, the music, the food, the cake.
And somehow Meghan thought we ought to change that because it wasn't suiting her for some reason. And they had to rip up plans, and some poor woman was presented an alternative plan and said to this woman, listen, if there's anybody else I can get to do this, believe me, I will.
Excuse me, Stephanie, I'm speaking to you. I'm head of the associates. If I give you an assignment, you do it. It's just such a devastating thing to say.
Such a cautionary thing to say in front of other people.
It's just extraordinary.
Short while later, and said, oh, look, this is not right. Yeah, I hate you having a bit of a bad time. I'm really sorry, but just want you to know you're doing a really great job. And they just burst into tears. It was so broken. People were broken.
And Kate's unhappiness really stemmed from the fact that Meghan's staff, which she shared with Kate, were constantly complaining that Meghan was treating them appallingly, bullying them, cutting them dead, isolating them, humiliating them. It was terrible.
Catherine was already cross with Meghan over her treatment of staff, claims Meghan denies. But there was a mix-up with a pre-wedding meeting. Harry claims Catherine said,
You hurt my feelings, Meghan. When? I told you I couldn't remember something and you said it was my hormones.
Look, any woman, when they're, especially when they're pregnant, you're really vulnerable. And
Meg said, oh yes, I remember. You couldn't remember something. And I said, it's not a big deal. It's baby brain.
so that was made really challenging. And then when you have a newborn, you know.
Because you just had a baby. It's hormones. Kate's eyes widened.
Yes, you talked about my hormones. We're not close enough for you to talk about my hormones.
And especially as a woman, it's a lot.
But now we know from your own book, Harry, that it was Megan calling Kate a baby brain. It's your baby brain. That's not polite. That is rude. When you have the nerve to comment on their hormones after they just had a baby when you barely know them.
I think Kate's due in like March or April or something like that. Have the wedding in September.
As we are approaching the wedding, we then have the whole Kate made me cry thing.
There's still debate over who made who cry.
There is always a debacle.
It would be reported that Megan had left Kate in tears over Devontae's strict demands over flower girl dresses.
The narrative with Kate, which didn't happen, was really, really difficult and something that I think that's when everything changed, really.
This particular woman had always made me ill. She always got stuff wrong.
There she is.
Oh my goodness.
This is the lady who kind of forgets it always wrong.
And Harry wanted to know.
Why haven't they phoned this execrable woman who wrote this story?
Yeah, that was nice, obviously, to hear that. I mean, I always thought we got on well. I think I've got a photograph of him and me. I'll show you. Happier days. Happier days. There we are.
And you know, in this piece of the Telegraph, Camilla had said that Kate was left in tears following the bridesmaid's dress.
How can it be a fun by when in the book he actually stands his daughter?
The lines began to swirl about a relationship between Megan and her sister-in-law, the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton.
She's always really with it. Meg had reduced Kate to tears about the bridesmaid's dresses.
Megan proclaimed that it was Kate that made her cry.
One time said that Kate was quite emotional following Prince Louis's birth. And she also quoted a palace source saying that Meghan was a breath of fresh air. And one person was completely taken with her, and that was Prince Charles. As you see from those pieces, they weren't scathing about Meghan. They were just reporting some gossip, most of which was true. But that piece was then lifted by another tabloid, by The Sun, and it was rehashed under the title Meghan Made Kate Cry. So it wasn't Camilla's publication that put that headline out there. It was this other publication with another reporter who happens to be Jack Royston.
He's in, he's out, then rumors that he might be in again.
Who is now, as Camilla Tomlin says, now he's the cheerleader for the Sussexes.
Jack Royston writes about Samantha Markle's Twitter account almost every single day. And if you notice all the articles that he's written for Newsweek, it's all pro Meghan and Harry articles, and we're talking about hundreds of articles.
So isn't it odd that Harry doesn't put that in context and fails to mention it? No mention whatsoever. The original piece, written by Camilla Tomlin, did not have such a lurid headline. It merely said, Kate and Meghan, is the royal sisterhood really a breaking point? Asking a question. And in hindsight, and especially after reading Harry's own tone, in his own words, yes, it was. Yes, it was. So, this execrable woman that Harry mentions in the form of Camilla Tomlin, she can't be the worst reporter out there, my dear, because she got the fact of your relationship correct, and this gossip about the royal sisterhood being a breaking point. Well, it was, wasn't it? I mean, if that was a breaking point, what is?
So the narrative with Kate, it didn't happen.
I don't think it's fair to her to get into the details of that because she apologized.
Okay.
And I've forgiven her, right?
That for me is ding, 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 ding. Guess what? I would dig in a lot harder.
What was hard to get over
was being blamed for something that not only I didn't do, but that happened to me.
Okay, so according to Megan, what happened was the opposite.
Yeah, not only did Megan say she didn't make her then future sister-in-law cry, Megan says it was actually Kate who made her cry.
How do you know you never made Kate cry? She can be crying in secret after that one. You have to be there to see it, right? She can be upset about something that you said and then go home and cry, right? How do you say for sure that you didn't make her cry?
So specifically, did you make Kate cry?
No.
Right. Again, we see that latency response is a little bit too quick on the answer. And the next number two for me is stating facts. Because when she says no, she's no. It's really quiet. Of course, she locks his eyes and just burn her with those as she tries to look innocent and sweet and all that. And then I think we see it actually do things we like. And then we see contempt right there on the left side of the mouth. So I believe she did make her cry. And I don't believe that Kate made her cry. I don't think that happened. I think she scored on that one. She was trying to sting her there.
So where did that come from?
Was it a situation where she lied aside or put it aside?
The reverse happened.
Here, two things happen. Right after saying that the reverse happened, she does a home show and again averts her eyes to her right. The home show can be a quick way to moisten your lips, but it's also a signal that people regret having said something. So if you stack with the six signals, you know that that part of the story is fabricated.
I'm not sharing that piece about Kate in any way to be disparaging to her. Take two, Mark. And I don't say that to be disparaging to anyone.
And I don't remember Kate ever specifically saying anything against Megan. Has Kate ever not taken a shot at Megan in the press?
Never.
So for me, knowing that, this to me is a shot at Kate, and I think a little bit of a low blow.
Because it was a really hard week of the wedding, and she was upset about something, but she owned it, and she apologized, and she brought me flowers, and a note apologizing.
But a report in the respected Times of London claims there was much more to the story Megan didn't talk about.
After this row to the children, Kate went out not in college to Megan with a bouquet of flowers as a gift gesture.
Ask Megan politely if she can be more polite to their shared staff, because Kate was tired of them coming to her and being like, Megan's a monster, and Kate was like, oh my god, this is not okay, you can't be treating our people like this.
She did what I would do if I knew that I hurt someone, right? To just take accountability for it.
And certainly according to one of my sources, Megan shut the door in her face.
Alright.
Kate was told in no uncertain terms it was not enough.
What was shocking was, what was that, 6, 7 months after our wedding? That the reverse of that would be out in the world. So I would have never wanted that to come out about her.
And, but it's okay because Megan's forgiven her. She's forgiven Kate Roberts, and she wants the world to know that she knows she doesn't need her cry. She forgives her. She would never blame Kate.
The page was alarming. I think there were 2 of them. Yeah, in total. 4 pages of 6. Or it's maybe the other way around.
And a real mix of people. You had not just the children, but Jessica Mulroney. Yeah. She is a stylist. She's an expert in bridal wear. She's been a really good friend. And
They might be speaking, aren't they? 4-year-old Ivy Mulroney will join Princess Charlotte as a bridesmaid.
I was actually ready to tell you guys a story about those wedding.
Yes.
Megan was adamant that she was not having Charlotte or George in the wedding party.
She was determined to make the experience difficult for Charlie.
She was, according to the Givenchy staff, very mean to little Charlotte, who was 3 years old at the time. She called her chubby and mocked her voice. Megan definitely should have
make a bitch.
Towards Ivy.
You do that to Lucan.
Was an author.
saying that Angie was going to be the best flower girl and that Charlotte should learn how a proper little girl behaves. The shows were a big issue for the British-born flower girls and their parents.
It was a hot day, and apparently there was a row over whether the bridesmaids should wear tights or not. Kate followed protocol and felt that they should.
But Megan refused to let them wear tights or even socks.
Which was a foolish hill to die on, because the tights would help us feel uncomfortable, and we're talking little kids here. Charlotte did seem very uncomfortable the day of the wedding, jitting around, seemingly uncomfortable with the heat and the fact that she wasn't wearing tights. And a few months later at Princess Eugenie's wedding, all the kids were seen wearing tights.
Megan said that this is what happens when you have children. They turn into hard lying dragons, but won't happen when it is her.
It reminds me of Snow White when she was walking behind the Queen up the aisle and everybody's going, ooh, ah, look. And then Charlie's Theron turns around and realises they're looking at Snow White and not at her. Megan has got the same attitude, and we saw the way that she glares at Princess Charlotte.
What we now know is that there are a series of serious rows in the run-up to the wedding. We all know about the row between Meghan and Catherine about the outfits that the flower girls were going to wear, including Princess Charlotte.
Harry, this is a version that you can try. You came back and found it on the floor crying. It's incredibly tricky about, all things dresses will actually fit.
A few days before the wedding, she was upset about something.
The next day, Meg had a text from Kate. There was a problem with the dress. They needed altering.
Pertaining to yesterday, she was correct about the flower girl dress. And
Kate said, Charlotte's dress is too big, too long, too baggy. She cried when she tried to order it home. Meg said she tried to get away. So the next morning, she texted Kate, right, and I told you the tailor has been standing by since 8 a.m. Here, GP.
I mean, can you actually believe that this made it into the book?
Can you take Charlotte to have it altered, as the other mums are doing?
Givenchy, the designer, apparently he created the dresses off some random measurements.
No, all the dresses need to be remade. Her own wedding dress designer included.
And the dresses were shot they look cheap, they look crumpled. Look at Princess Charlotte's headline. The dresses are neat. No wonder Princess Charlotte cried with the trial of the awful to see the dress.
I'm not sure what else to say. If the dress doesn't fit, then please take Charlotte to the agent. You've been waiting a bit. Fine.
The royal tailor spoken out. He and his team worked night and day to get those dresses tailored to fit the bride. If they spent hours making it look like that, one can only presume how bad it must be.
And it made me cry. And it really hurt my feelings.
Because you're an excellent crier. Thank you very much.
A short time later, I arrived home and found Meg on the floor, sobbing.
Meg is a 40-year-old woman. Why is Meg on the floor sobbing after having a backwards text message with her to-be sister-in-law about her child?
He always likes breaking up the wine glass or screaming and crying. You gotta imagine we do that 20 times, right?
Why would you be on the floor sobbing over a bridesmaid dress?
Sometimes you just stare really hard for a long time. Tears will come. Megan watching from the window, waiting for Harry to come home.
I was horrified to see her so upset, but I didn't think of a catastrophe.
Because it wasn't, Harry. Your life is just melodramatic.
Kate hadn't meant any harm at all.
But no, it's more than that. It's just being in it. I mean, the stakes were so high, who wouldn't be crying?
And I thought in the context of everything else that was going on in those days leading to the wedding, it didn't make sense to not be just doing whatever everyone else was doing, which was trying to get through.
So it was a very high-tension situation with the wedding coming up, and Kate is completely validated to be concerned that the 6 dresses had to be filled. But when Kate brings that up to Megan, and Megan says, right, well, you can go tailor it yourself. It's basically what she's saying.
And the wedding's in 4 days.
To which Meg supposedly replied, yes, Kate, I know. I think it's really important for people to understand the truth.
This is the future queen of the United Kingdom we're talking about. This is the family of our sovereign-to-be.
Where if you love me, you don't have to hate her. And if you love her, you don't need to hate me.
That your jealousy couldn't handle. That your blind envy couldn't cope with. Couldn't bear being second fiddle, could you? Couldn't bear being spared. Family back up there.
Chick, guy, dude.
You know, I think a lot.
I can't tell anymore.
A bit that was fed into by the media. And look, I was these stories end up in the papers. The premise is entirely that everything negative about them was leaked by the palace. Which how many people are ever part of the story, particularly around, say, Olay.
Apparently the story went back to within the dressmakers who were there attempting to fit these dresses and watch all as it transpired.
Again, look, I would hope that he would have wanted that corrected.
She's like, I want you to come out and say something. And they wouldn't address any of that either because they're like, we're not going to address every single headline that comes up.
And maybe in the same way that the palace wouldn't let anybody else negate it, they would let her because she was a good person.
It's like, well, were they really protecting Kate? I don't see how they protected Kate since they didn't speak up about Kate anymore unless they spoke up about Megan.
But the palace, who apparently never attended the released a statement at the time denying that the feud ever unfolded and saying Tatler's article hosted a swath of inaccuracies and false misrepresentations. Despite the fact that the feud did actually happen, considering it was retold in multiple books, including Harry's, giving it more credibility.
Harry thought that it was appropriate to hang his niece out to dry as being upset for wearing a bridesmaid dress, something that was a private communication about something that is so innocuous. Is this petty? It's small, it's petty, and they hold on to it, and then they sell it for $25 million to a book publisher.
Guys, welcome back to RH. Jen, I'm so glad you're here. You guys, I'm excited for you to see this one. Okay, so I did a live stream where Trevor Colt, he was in the chat and I said, he's going to jump on, and he said, yeah. So we're just going to do a few minutes. So we were talking for an hour, I think it was, all about Harry and Meghan and the Netflix silliness, and he explained to me, I've heard of royal warrants, but he explained them more in depth and how some shenanigans that Meghan was trying to pull in regard to those. We get into a really interesting conversation there, and just a whole bunch of other stuff, Harry and Meghan stuff.
People ask us the difference between mudwater and mushroom coffee. First, we are mushroom coffee. Mushroom coffee is sort of what it sounds like: acidic, processed powdered coffee combined with earthy mushrooms. Not the best flavor combination. Mudwater combines mushrooms with masala chai and cacao. It tastes like chai and cacao at a healthy baby. You don't even know that there's.
Just because he had his son was there and his son's friend, and so there's some parts where they're a little bit louder, so just cut those out if it didn't need to be in the video. So that's why you see a few jumps, no big deal. But a huge thank you to Trevor for being here and supporting the show. You also hear us talk about one of his videos, and we say something like, it's coming out tomorrow, it's coming out tomorrow. Well, it actually came out yesterday because this one ended up going up a little later. So you can, let's go check out his channel after this one and play one of his videos, so that way we can help him out and return the favor for being here. Thank you, Trevor, for being here. Now let's get into this video. Let's talk Harry and Meghan. And what are your thoughts? And how much Harry do you like in this group?
I think, well, this is a desperate attempt to save a fledgling Netflix opportunity, which is going down the palm pretty fast. So it's just a group of friends around a table pretending to be something. I mean, I'm going to be honest. No one's ever going to be in their home. I don't understand why they will not bring the kids to them. The kids never do. But I don't understand why they don't bring the cameras into the kitchen. If you want to be personal, then have it in your own kitchen. Have your friends around your home. I mean, the Beckhams did it in their big house, and we're 10 times worth them. I mean, and the Beckham Netflix show was fabulous. Yeah. I mean, it was fabulous. So why can't they do that? Why are they pretending to go through the shrubs in the garden, it's not there, the kitchen not there? This is going to be a lot because there's content for the next 6 months. But the other thing is, if you're going to cook, I'm going to be honest with you, and I mean this, everyone can make something. Everyone, I mean, let's be honest. Do a course. You can do online courses, but don't pretend. Don't stand there with a camera around you when there's 3 different chefs in 3 different scenes. You see the chef standing there. Yeah. I mean, and I've had women say this to me, and I'm going to say now, the answer is no. The answer is no, don't lie. Women at home and men at home, when we're cooking for our children, of course we keep our wedding ring on, because we're cooking our own home. We keep wedding rings on. But most people with a brain, if we're cooking and there's cameras there and it's health and safety, I can tell you now, every single woman and man will have the ring off their finger and they'll be cooking because you're going to be on TV. You do not want wedding rings on TV. And did you see that one picture which you four friends had on the show?
Yeah, the pasta. Yeah.
So what I do. I do not know any woman, and I've got lots of women from over the years that I've seen them.
It's funny way to say that. You're a lot of work, okay?
No, I've seen so many, what do you call this? Dinner parties? Yes, that's the one. So I've seen so many dinner parties that have, and all the women, right, this is what they do. They have to be prepared when you get there. Time you don't get things just done. What you don't do is glance up and go into the kitchen to cook in a nice expensive shirt. Women don't do that. Women will wear shit in the kitchen to cook beforehand.
Sure, so good taste. Yeah, absolutely.
It was very pretentious and it came across. I mean, as I said earlier this morning, watching it and you could stare into my eyes. I wanted to rip the head off the food with it. I felt violated after watching the trailer, and the messages started flooding in, and I just thought no. I thought it was just
cringeworthy, wasn't it? And the friend standing there.
But the friend standing around the table and in the chair going, ooh. And she's going, did you like it? Did you like it? And what I want to say is, did you like it? Oh, Giles, your cakes are lovely. You know, because she never cooked anything.
Oh, no, definitely not. No, not cooking anything. She's just digging her hands.
That's like me getting ice cream out, in the freezer,
Yeah.
put it in the bowl and going, don't touch it yet. Let me go and get some mint. So, you're to elevate the taste. Right. I think you know when everyone else was watching this. Mint tastes like shit on ice cream, okay?
Well, who knows? Eating the mint leaves like that, it's just a decoration.
The show, I think the show, it's not really a comedy show about it. It's always fun to watch. I think everyone in your chat is going to be intrigued. I know it's a comedy show, but we're going to see it. I said today, I'm going to get a chef that I know that runs a restaurant, and I'm going to sit with him, and we're going to watch it together.
You stole my idea. I have a chef. I wasn't going to mention it. I have a chef. I have a chef lined up too.
Have you?
I do.
I know a guy that runs a restaurant. I was going to sit with him. You see the way good ideas? I was going to sit with him. I was going to sit with him and go, what do you think of this? And just take notes from him. I didn't want to film that. Yeah.
That's funny, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying anything because I didn't want to give the idea away, but yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I have a step in mind, yeah. That's funny.
Always thinking. Always thinking.
Always thinking. That's funny. Yes, I'm already trying to get Netflix chef because apparently it takes nothing to be a chef on Netflix, so I'm not. Why not? I can't cook for you. So why not? I'm not.
I understand within a life coach. Is it not?
Only if you promise to call up your clients the head. Yes.
Well, a lot of people are.
A lot of people are.
I'm not putting myself down the fire with
So you're looking for what, the Netflix chef?
I am, because
Because you're glutton for punishment?
not really. I'm working on something at the minute, which I'll wait till tomorrow to see if get it, because the other night, I took messages from people, and like I knew.
If you want to continue following Karen, please subscribe and click the bell below to receive the earliest notifications about Karen. This is what happens when entitled Karens act as if the laws don't apply to them. Let's start with the brattiest Karen of all. On November 4th, 2022 in Florida, deputies observed a woman speeding at 59 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone. Little did they know just how insufferable she would turn out to be.
I'm not, you are. You're saying it 3 times. I don't know, sir. Okay? But just something to consider. Okay? I'm trying to explain to you. I'm giving you this computer.
You're the first one who happened. What's your name?
My name's Officer Favorite Vehicle.
Spell your name for me.
It'll be on the bottom of the citation.
Really?
Do you have your insurance, ma'am?
Yeah, for the bank, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's your supervisor?
Sergeant Anthony did.
What's his phone number?
Ma'am, would you send me your proof of insurance,
What's
please?
his phone number? What's his phone number? Arkansas.
Pardon me?
Arkansas.
There's no need to use overlap.
You don't have
The woman was irritating from the start. She tried to act clever with the cops and outright refused to provide her information, but it's what she did next that elevated her brattiness to an entirely new level. Why are you calling 911? Hang up or you're gonna go to jail for misusing 911. Hang up. Hang up or you're gonna go to jail for misusing 911. Hang up the phone. Are you feeling providing proof of insurance?
No, I'm not, but I want another officer.
For what reason? There's no reason for you to do that. If you're failing to provide, I'm gonna give you one more opportunity to provide the insurance. You're gonna receive a citation for it.
Yes, I'm a cop that has been pulled over. He's being a major jerk. Is there a way I can get him in the car? He's threatening to take me to jail because I can't provide registration.
No, ma'am. I said I was gonna take you to jail if you misuse 911.
I cannot call an officer. I'm not just going to take for you. I haven't done anything. I have been extremely nice to
You were speeding.
I told him that I couldn't find my registration. He said that he was giving me a chance to give it to him, or else I was going to be in trouble. Then he said he was going to take me to jail. Yes, ma'am. I understand. Are you in a hurry, Nissan? I am. I'm going to go ahead and let the sergeant know about the problem. Thank you so much.
That's nothing for that. Any particular reason to speed? The officer stepped away to verify her documents. Backup officers quickly arrived at the scene. However, this was the moment when her entitlement turned into aggression. Unthinkable.
Here's your driver's license back. Pardon me? That year, just the next time. I don't have to sit here and have you yell at me. I don't.
I want my You have me pulled over for nothing. Now let me have my...
I don't have over. I pulled up for speed.
Then give me my ticket so I can go.
Process of doing before you started raising your
Give
voice.
me my... I have a kid to get home to.
Okay, then lower your voice and I'll give you.
Oh my God.
Lower your voice.
I'm done.
Do it. You'll go to jail.
Give me my
You'll go to jail. You pull away, you're gonna go. Stop! You pull. You're gonna go to jail. Do it again. I swear to God, you'll go to jail. Get out of the car now.
Oh my God, fucking arrest her, taser, pepper sprayer. Little bitch. She called the police on the police. She called 911.
You're going to jail. All you gotta do is lower your voice.
Right foot in the creek, walking with that evil. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see me. If I'm bad, walk down, play some with that right foot in the creek, walking with that evil.
Put your foot in the car. I'll talk to you in a second. It was at this moment Karen realized she was in fact of the law. Watch how quickly she transitioned from being an entitled Karen to crying like a toddler, begging to be let go.
Yeah, I will know you and I know the situation that you overreacted. No, everything's been reported on live camera, so everything you've done is going to come out. You did this. Come on now. I said you took off. You could have landed on his foot. You could have hit your push him out, make him comfortable. Yeah, well, what if you ran over his foot or did something to him?
And then he said that I was going to go to jail and that I did my insurance and I had to pull it on my phone and that took a while and I asked for a supervisor and I didn't know that I was not one of my own money insurance company when I was going to shelter for that. I didn't see
herself into handcuffs, the woman began hurling insults at the officers, as if that was enough to set her free. She realized the police weren't going to be swayed so easily. She turned violent and started fighting them.
You have to get in, Ruth. Stop. You're just gonna get enough.
After the officers emerged victorious from an unexpected WWE-style showdown with the woman, they transported her to jail, believing the situation had de-escalated. They had no idea what chaos awaited them next.
You cannot right now. You're under arrest. We're about to be out. It's only like a quarter mile away. Breathe in, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can. Okay. Alright, well this is all recorded too. Okay. I'm gonna get you out in literally 30 seconds.
Okay. The sheer arrogance of this woman is unbelievable. The officer is simply trying to treat her with kindness, but she responds by belittling him while still attempting to play the victim. However, when they arrived at the station, processing her booking turned out to be a far more challenging ordeal than expected.
Going right over here. Well, I'm supposed to do that. You back? Stop, please.
After escorting the woman into the booking, notice how quickly she shifts from violent and defiant to pleading and crying. She the guilt trip the officers. Attempts to play the victim failed to sway the cop. She resorted to karate kicking them and behaving like a tantrum-throwing child. The only thing escalating now is the list of charges piling up on her record. Once temporarily restrained, she continues to insist on her complete innocence.
Let's go to the cell. We're gonna pick you up. Kicking your legs around is not going to change it.
This girl is completely scared. She's lacking self-awareness about her behavior. Everyone else from her sympathy. The officers now visibly set up. Numerous holding cells. However, this task proved to be anything but straightforward.
You need to stop, okay? If you want to go home, then stop. Now you got her attention, so
an opportunity to practice getting disrespect in that. I'll give her a shot for 20 minutes to tell with mine over there. Okay. I can't really tell you. She's an adult. She's 24, but she's got some charges. So there'll be a court date. But her conduct has not been wonderful. So unfortunately, like we came up with a process.
After spending an hour in a holding cell, the girl was released to her father without further incident. The officers might count themselves lucky for only dealing with one Brad Karen at a time, as the next case involved an army of three.
Is it true that Oprah didn't set out to make a bombshell interview about Harry and Meghan? Or is that just a clever deception because Oprah has realized that the power has shifted? Well, everyone, welcome to West Network. My name is Brittany. Today we're going to be talking about Oprah's recent comment about her interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle that happened last year in 2021 in March. And really how terrible that interview has aged. Not just for Oprah, but for Harry and Meghan as well. This interview has really highlighted kind of how narcissistic they are.
With 79, and now it's been rated as an Airbnb. Let's go check it out.
On June 16th.
Incredible power dissolves grease and stubborn molded set without any scrubbing. Take any dirty surface, spray with degreaser, and watch it literally melt away. It's patented nanometer technology. Even penetrates dangerous glass. It's an invisible coat on any surface to eliminate future stains, making any surface look brand new without any painful scrubbing or dangerous toxic cleaning. It was invented by a tropical but frustrated chemist with a very simple, albeit versatile product. This
Not only will she not let me touch her, she'll interrupt me while I'm touching herself. It's my house. Smoke cigars, smoke salmon, whatever we want. Pretty sure. Oh, God. What did the little knucklehead do?
Nothing. Jake said you guys were hanging out. I thought you might want some company.
Sure, come on in.
I basically do this if you're hungry.
You know, Alan, this is her. Make some coffee. My brother did that for me.
I'm married to Alan, my wife. And you hang out?
Yeah.
I couldn't be friends with a man who's equipment to my ex. Well, to be fair, there hasn't been a lot of
Hey guys.
Hey friend, let me up.
Is this your,
By the way, this
you
is
got
my
your,
friend.
Cool is a super high fucking level.
What level are you?
Let's get
Friend,
into
what
this.
level are you?
I'm 41 now.
I'm 37. Yeah, friends, sometimes we're gonna talk in Ukrainian, okay? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
This lucid dream. Did you win or lost?
I played a ton today. I'm on like 1 or 2.
I didn't win any wins this year.
For every like
I don't
10.
know. Ouch, that hurt. Oh shit, bad glasses.
For every like 10 games I play in squads, usually I win.
My cock.
World of playful cooking, flour arranging, honey harvesting, and sticker slapping on jars, all while wearing a sparkling apron, of course. Oh, and let's not forget the glittering jewelry. This is what this article is imagining. So, the trailer opens with Megan exposing her best cooking garment, found her in the internet, and she gushes about her love for turning ordinary things into extraordinary moments. You know, the usual humble bragging, right? Except this time it's for Christmas. She's here to teach us how to celebrate everything, never mind the fact that
Land
99%
over
of
there,
world's
guys.
population.
Yep.
Backyard taco. Backyard taco.
Megan reveals her imagination of the trip was because of the patriarchy that was able to achieve that cool concept of appetizer. But wait, there is more. As she carefully arranges groceries on a cake, her actor's green ink practically shining brighter than her sparkling engagement ring. Because nothing says authentic cooking than meticulously styling foods on a
This
cake
is
in
garage.
front of a camera, and just when you think things could not get any more cringeworthy, in walks Prince Harry, probably wondering how much longer he can pretend to be involved before the awkwardness takes over. Megan's fans, however, will find comfort in knowing he is there to support her in the drama. But hold up, while Megan may want us to believe she's
Somebody coming our
a
way.
that embrace laziness over perfection. All I see is perfection and not a drop
Hey,
of
bud.
authenticity.
Give me that sugar.
How relatable is it really to see someone constantly playing dress up while cooking? If I want to watch someone
I'm
cooking
tired.
a cake while their hair stays flawless, I would tune into a beauty influencer, not
Well, I'm
someone
covering
who's
you.
supposedly trying to teach me the art of cooking.
Nobody can touch my friend. Also OG, by the way. There's a pump. 200. There's a pump. And me shut up. David. David, podaj czuj. Good boy, David. I need to do something. Guys, we gotta stick together. There's people here. Yeah. Oh yeah, actually. Oh boy, devil. Ani siya ganun. Yeah, bro, do you have any weapons?
Not really.
This is a Glock. Wow. Wait. Guys, we gotta run to the zone.
Yeah, I set a marker. I'm out of here.
We have only common weapons.
Yeah, Shirley. Those strands of string locks hanging over her face while she prepares food. I don't know about you, but the last thing I want in my freshly baked bread is the few stray hairs, especially when they have
Are
likely
you
been
doing
touched by
SSMR?
someone who has not bothered to wash their hands in
Like the
hours.
usual.
In the realm of authentic cooking, Megan seems to be more about the vibe than actual cooking skills. It's like she's trying to tell us, look, I'm so humble, I'm cooking for you, but also let me just crawl around in my oversized sweater while I toss mint leaves on a cake. Because nothing says down to earth like making sure your hair is perfect and your diamonds are on display. This is absolute cringe to watch, and we have seen what we have seen. I mean, I don't know if you've watched the Netflix trailer of that cringy
All of that.
cooking show. I mean, that's horrible, but it is out
Okay.
there. Watch it at your own risk of getting a heart attack or
Yo, I never had it in here.
suicide.
Golden
I mean,
AR or
living in it.
Epic
I don't know.
AR.
It's up to you.
Well, yeah, that's great, bro.
That's not great.
Wait, let's wait for Blue to catch up.
Okay, let's wait. Oh, come on! He needs some help. He needs some help. He needs help. He needs help.
He does?
On us, on us. God.
Oh.
God. Yes, I'm just gonna shout at him, please. You good, Blue? It's good now.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Gosh. What? Почему Максим зашел? А? Максим хоче зайти з нами. Ня. Почему он тай? Не може. Почему не може? Ти маєш того педоса. Гідра.
At the teenage
Ти можеш ти
age,
спокатись?
Megan has a great pearl in her hand. She has a youthful and arouseful look.
Follow us.
А?
Макс, ти можеш просто зайти і сказати, чи можна мені? Бо він є
Якщо він буде з нами грати, то я не буду з ним грати.
А чого?
Ну, з ним грати. Зараз, якщо я візьму епіка погоди, я він підійде, забере і скаже, а то моє.
Не переживай, його теж вкрали. Він потім зустрічав на цій хаті.
Ну, бойся.
Я не знаю, чи можна.
На, бро, he just...
Я його не
Тебе
привезла.
скажи йому, що гейш.
Вони кажуть, що ти вийшов. Я не знаю, їх просто.
Bigger, bro, bigger, bigger, bigger eye. For the knife it was shining.
Чекай, не забирайся.
Get back, it's nothing. On the top, on the top, on the top. Top, top, top. I'm covering the back. David.
And of course, the shade of color can be selected. In 2006, at the age of 25, I see that Megan has some natural right. Notice that the lateral aspect of her eyebrow is on level on the same x-axis. Megan has fully
Давай. Вас там є.
Just kill him, dude. Just kill him. Just kill them all.
No. But that's that good, guys. That good. First place. Let's go. I didn't know how to do. Що йдемо з цим, Давид?
Yeah, everyone back to lobby.
Жень, ну це ти, він казав, давай грати двоє, я кажу, ні, я хочу з ними. Він каже, то давай я зайду, ти кажеш, ні.
Як то разу. Guys, we gotta make a plan.
Не можна зайти.
And this is due to the central concavity of the filter.
Guys, let's make a plan. We gotta land somewhere very small and nobody almost landing.
Well, no, we always gotta we gotta always land at a place where there's stuff. We all gotta land at the same spot, and then we just gotta kill each squad. We face one squad at a time.
Okay, yeah, that's what we gotta do. Then we gotta stay all together.
Як зупинити і мотики? А що ж тоді робити?
Танцювати.
Що?
Діпекс.
Мені це все надоїло. Я стою жорстким.
Usually that's done through either suturing techniques
Wait, David. Some new fish is coming out soon.
2013, at the age of 32,
The
what I see is that Megan's
item
children
sad
appear a
bude.
little bit longer
Because it is a
than
chill
they were
boxes.
before. Now, this could be age-related, and our children do lengthen over time, but she is only 32 years old in these photos. But we also know that the children can elongate after a rhinoplasty, especially where the tip is manipulated. And this is a common reason why some patients come in wanting a lip lift after a rhinoplasty. Before we continue, please make sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications. In 2019, at the age of 38, you can see that the lateral brow is starting to descend, and this is something that occurs with the aging process. There's weaker support to our faces lateral to the temporal line, so over time, that's the part that ends up ahead of us. And as that happens, sometimes there's a crowding of this upper eyelid skin, and you can sometimes lose supertarchal show. But in
Yo,
Megan's case, she still has
Candy,
and that's
647. You want to hear music? It's not gonna be that loud.
in 2023, at the age of 42, I wanted to point out that Megan has excellent facial bone structure, and that actually helps limit the signs of age for both men and women. It allows the face to maintain its shape longer. With that a solid foundation, the overlying skin tends to set and more attention. Think of a tooth insert that's used to maintain.
Hey, Mark, starting off 2025 like it's 2014 again. After this Instagram teaser starring Nicole Kidman, she's announced a brand new Instagram and the launch of her new cooking show. But is this a last-ditch effort to revive her reputation, or is this a ticket to success? There appears to be another launch here that teaches us
Do you play GTA 5?
I used to when it came out, freaking 10 years ago.
GTA 6 is coming out, I think next week or this week, or maybe today.
Really?
I'm not literally joking right now. But you cannot play on PS4. Where we got land?
The warehouse. Oh, your boy wants to
I'm landing. I'm landing on that house. On that. Wait. On that house. And yeah, I gotta pick 2 houses because there's only 1 chest in 3 houses.
Oh, there's 3, but
We have 1 more teammate. So, and 2 people's flying here. So we gotta loot up quickly.
Flown in today.
Yeah, there's some guns. We can find some guns from him.
Thought you were joking.
You eat here regularly?
Got a weapon?
Not anymore.
I gotta try to find a gun for our teammate.
Not this weekend. My ex is going to be out of town, so I'll have to get.
Whoa.
Take a chance.
No one. More than all.
Whoa.
Don't you think
Now we gotta find.
Oh, I don't want you to make them.
Well, our teammate, where did he? No, our teammate didn't drop the game.
Why can't I expose myself to your kids?
But
Why can't I make your kids?
Цей ти Максим, це хоче якісь бази робити.
You can't hurt my feelings.
Ага. Я такой, якби ми сюди пішли з Максимом, не давайте так базу туди.
Leading a dissolute life. You may have your uses, but you're not the kind of man I want to have for children.
Oh. What made you think that would
Як
hurt
воно
my
не
feelings?
ходить?
2 o'clock, JetBlue from Vancouver. Would you like me to find out?
no, we're good.
Don't bother, but I'll sort it out later.
Bigyan mo
I'll
pumamoto.
have pork chop with baked potato.
How about a little angioplasty for dessert?
Hey, I like a nice pork chop once in a while. Really? Even if I chew slowly for your pleasure?
So, yay or nay on the pork chop?
Spinach and goat cheese salad.
Good choice.
Who goes hard?
Food. not saying it wasn't a turn on. I just think
Yo, guys, flash hard.
Ну то чого тут будуватися не можна?
Mom, this is Lydia. Lydia, my mother.
Oh, pleased to meet you. Likewise. Boy, I'm coming to work hard.
That one?
What do you do? I mean, besides my son.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I'm in real estate. How interesting.
My name is Shaggy.
Oh, yeah, Devlin Harper. I recognize you from your bus bench ads. People all over town are sitting on your face. Well, dear, maybe someday if you work hard, people will be sitting on your face too.
Thank you. Видите? Назад. You gotta go reboot our teammate.
Don't say Shrek, darling.
Who got the scar?
To pull it off.
Він, напевно, вийшов як це.
So, Charlie, how
Чел,
long have
воно
you been
там.
seeing this lovely woman?
How long has it been?
Хтось походу вийшов.
The way he drinks, there's a good chance he doesn't remember coming down the stairs. Did his father drink?
What choice did he have?
Charlie, don't be smart. And stand up straight. This is so weird. Well, everyone's drunk. Oh, me too. Can I walk well? Oh, how nice. Are you sure you don't want to finish putting on your makeup?
You have to look behind, bro.
That's okay. I'm done.
Gotta get that sniper. I'm really good at sniping.
To the drugstore brands.
Remember somebody soon.
Over here. Oh.
You guys, let's go reboot our teammate.
And they call you slow.
Guys, we gotta go reboot our teammate.
Приставка так гудить, як холодильник.
What about him?
Come on, Charlie.
Ну так гудить, як холодильник по ночам. Звісно, в Україні так.
You think Lydia's like mom? No. You think Lydia is
Yeah.
mom? Okay. You guys are nuts.
Pick up block, bro. I'm good at hard.
Pick up our bump. Pick up our
Who calls me slow?
Pick up your bum. Bauer, pick up your Bauer. Bauer and Bauer. I pick him up. Years ago.
Go look at Anne Hathaway and figure out if she's had any potential facial plastic surgeries.
All together at Sandringham for Christmas.
Your family?
Yes. Pa, Willie, Ket.
How do I feel in English, Steve? Here's tight.
Yeah.
Why not? They're Chinese.
It's got to be clean. It's got to be tied.
They're all together at Sandringham for Christmas.
Your family?
Yes. Pa, Willie, Ket, the kids, all my aunts and uncles.
I am this.
I can see them gathered together, laughing and enjoying opening up all the gag gifts.
Oh, don't start that, Harry.
О, тут багато. Або зробити. А ми have.
I'm here.
David, get the heck over here. Very good, David. Wait, Bob, who picked up his card?
Remember?
It auto-picked. It picked it up automatically. Because he was in the void or something.
There's a lot of ammo. I need a sniper.
She said, it can keep my dogs company. I thought she'd show more appreciation.
Yes, switch.
Like that.
Give me back my shotgun.
Wait, what?
It came with a little plastic figure and instructions. It promised to grow 6 times its size. I thought it was hilarious.
Of course you did.
There's guys. I got them.
Some actually had no face. Cute little dimple.
No, I don't got them. Bro,
We're coming.
no, I don't got them. Come on, David.
Much more.
David, over here.
play some Christmas lucky.
Good boy, David.
Ooh, let's do cheap magnets. Let's do expensive jewelry or keepsakes. We'll create our traditions, our memories.
No, I'm gonna pick it up. No, my sniper, my sniper, my sniper. No. Not today, David.
With her new lifestyle series, With Love, Megan. In the video,
Alex, you need like health.
Oh, I know, I have.
All right.
Good. Pick up, big.
What about shields?
I'm built different. I'm a mirror. The shields are really rare now. It's hard they're gonna be too fun box. I got it.
the truth is, you're elevating nothing but your own self-importance.
Thanks.
But here's where
Go.
it's really useful. Enter Megan McCain, like the rest of us, couldn't help but notice the glaring disconnect between Megan's pristine, curated life and the absolute...
Let's take some of the treasure boxes. There's good
Those
weapons
are
in
supply
there.
drops.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to the supply drop. Is that close? All I need is freaking epic AR and that's it. I'm poor.
Pointing out that Americans don't want a highly curated and active touch. Show from a woman who ditched her royal duties with a happy life of playing influencer in California. But no, that would require actual effort. Instead, Megan's outing surprising people with beekeeping tips that
First,
no
follow
one
me, that's mine. You can take this epic and that's it. Go away.
over at the Daily Mail.
Oh, that's not a good weapon. Oh!
Skibbity man! Pick up, Bob, pick up. I don't know how the song goes. Yes, I got epic yard. We need shield. David.
Pick up grenades too, those are good.
Okay. Martin it. Can't die. Yeah, seriously?
No, not a single soul. People tried this food thing for years. Back in the day, she borrowed recipes from her Toronto
And that was good try, bro.
passing them on to her and now she's once again intended to be the perfect domestic goddess. Except this time, with an air of royalty that just feels incredibly forced. In the end, this show is just another grand failure in a series of repeated failures for Megan.
Nobody. Okay then. I will be right back, guys.
In Ohio. Police were on patrol when they spotted a couple on the side of the road fighting.
Are you okay?
Yeah. He tried to snatch the keys from me and then he cut my finger. Cut my hand.
Let me see. Yeah. I can get you a band-aid.
That's fine.
Where is he?
Here's some ball. My pussy hurts. Oh, I mean my hand hurts. I'm in my hand.
I mean, what kind of connection would I have with the salmon if I bought it at the
Kayak. Search one and done.
Команду з Робокса, вони просив, щоб я з ним грав. Ну, Саш, ну не починай.
Relax. Bring it down. You're not in danger now. I know you just went through something, but we need specific questions answered in a specific order here. So let's focus on that. That came from the keys.
All right, Junior. Hope you had a good birthday. So go ahead and blow out the candle and make a wish.
All right. I wish we would overuse a joke.
Where do you guys live?
Nah, it's just me.
We were door dashing together and got into a little spat. The spat lad came to disrespecting me. I told him that I didn't want to do this anymore. I can't take it. You calling me for driving. You're calling me telling me my
Максим знов послухав. Він я Ти? Я тебе трохи позвоню.
I saw the cop. The cop came and pulled around because he saw my husband about to run and grab that. That's what he came. Because the cop literally saw my husband about to do that. He does it all the time. He literally puts his hands on me all the time. There's been incidents where people in public have seen it. He disrespects me. I can't keep doing this.
Have you ever filed charges?
No. I try not to. We have a kid together. I don't want to do that, but it's...
Well, sometimes you got to because it's
О,
not you.
две статуї. Ти сюди. Бачу. Я той Дедушка Мороз.
Is this car registered to you?
No.
And then where are they? Inside? No. I took the keys out of the ignition and I have them in my hand.
Go down.
Is there a way to even get off the island?
What island?
The fucking island.
Where are you?
I'm in the fucking bus still. Where are we going?
Bro, I thought you're on the island, bro. I don't know where we going.
Let's go to the factory then.
Да може
Somewhere.
сюди, там є деякі хати, Саш. Є деякі хати. No, when you're stuck in the island, it's easy to get wind because you will have infinite health. I don't know, maybe they change it. Freaking making video right now. Нам наступний раунд попробуємо піти на той айленд, на якому ми були з самого початку. Watch. I don't know. Wait, but bro, you know that you cannot play GTA 6 on PS4. Players. Nah, bro, there's a lot of people. And they got frick nothing. It's freaking whole lobby so weird. I killed somebody with a pickaxe. Ain't no way, bro. I just killed somebody with a pickaxe. So якщо вони мають пістолета. It was too sweaty. О! Нашла тімейта. Дивіться, зараз підніму його карточку і підпишу його репортаж. Ти знаєш, де самі найкупує це? Де є самі найкупує? Давайте його ребути! Ребутай його, давай! Давай, ребутай його, ребутай! Сюди, дивись, сюди! Ні, так не швидше, ти, 100 метрів і все.
You want me to call tow?
Yeah, because they're probably.
They're gonna go.
Players.
But she's filling out domestic violence statement at least first.
Does family member or something?
I want her to fill out the DV statement first.
They don't
2 kids.
The other 2 kids?
Yeah.
They're in Maryland. They don't live in
Okay, now you gotta go pick up our cards. We are like 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's never just one thing.
No.
And today it's just been one giant cluster all freaking day. Yeah.
Is that like yesterday was too?
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Yesterday wasn't real good, but this morning Kettering got me real. I'm still every time they're involved in anything.
Bro, there's no way we're gonna get there in time.
I don't know, but I mean, you've sold them. Yeah, mommy, Хочу, щоб тут, якби тут були машини, то ми б вже там були. Саша, дем зробив в наступному раунді або патрон, там де є машини. Ми так будемо швидше просто і ніхто не класно. There's somebody in the greenhouse. There's somebody in the greenhouse, David. On your left, Left. Okay, you're not gonna get there in time to our cards.
Just kill him.
Nah, GG. No, guys, should we go to the Battle Royale?
I only played 0 build, man. It's okay, we can clutch this like before. We were having a good game earlier. We gotta get one of those games again.
Wait. Order now. Jeszcze technologię bateruję. Should you go to the Battle Royale?
We're good in this, bruh.
Yeah, but okay, let's land not like late. You gotta land at the same time and do that like small place. There's been
Yeah, that was fucked last time. Sorry about that.
To all of those who want
Not
to
this
say
game.
TikTok in America, vote for Trump. The other side's closing it up. But I'm now a big star on TikTok. We even have TikTok Jack.
Wait, it's massive following Vexballs. Shit, I forgot. Bro, he went from 2.9 million to 4 million.
Yeah, and she's telling me, of course, she doesn't know these people. It's new family to him because he was a foster kid, and she's claiming she doesn't have her phone, which I don't know if it's in the car. I think she may have it.
She has the keys, though. We need to get the keys from her.
Ulster. Vexballs generated the mastery following of Vexballs? Have you seen this?
She has a lot of mental health. Just know I think she has a possibility of going off second
I said, "Do you have your phone?" And she pulled it like papers out of her pocket, like threw them, and was getting nasty. That's literally, you know, why are you doing this?
What do you mean massively following Rex Balls? We gotta unfollow him. We love him in 2024.
Kristen, let me have your car keys.
No,
ma'am. Your car is going to get towed, Kristen. I need your keys.
Nah, dude, I'm getting banned, bro, in like 5 days. No.
I need you to bring me all the necessary paperwork.
14 days is getting banned.
I do know my rights. Excuse me, for what? Can I ask you what I'm... Wait, I have anxiety. I have mental health. I have mental health. Please. I'm just
How much is fucking rain right now?
I'm not trying to be comfortable. That is it. I have mental health. I'm just trying to be comfortable myself. Please let my legs go. I'm not. That is all I'm trying to do. Stop. That's all I'm trying to do. Was just put my legs on the seat. You're about to get hobbled. You're overreacting. I'm just trying to I'm mad. Why are you yelling at me? All I'm trying to tell you.
Is your friend gonna be ready soon?
David's ready up! What? David, did you ready up? Yeah, he said yes, he ready up. We just gotta wait. They're gonna finish server.
Alright, we're going in soon.
What?
You need to chill out. Hold on. Just wait.
Sorry.
What?
Я ненавижу які краще показують якісь відео, коли на одному просто на самому
I
інтересному
think
моменті.
I'm going to play 2 more games and I'm leaving.
Recuerda que fuimos novios. ¿Qué hacemos? No lo sé. ¿Quieres ir al mercado a quejarnos del precio del limón? Es la mejor cita que me han propuesto.
Okay, let's land at the warehouse. I mean at the warehouse. Dude, there's 3 chests. I'm landing on that same one. Where am I being marked?
Мене синій знову.
Who marks what warehouse are you landing? I'm landing at this one, I mean. I mean the red one.
Мене синій.
There's weapon on this one, warehouse.
And the blue.
Somebody landing at blue house.
Whoa!
So y'all gotta share weapons.
Car. You use the legendary pistol. Oh, don't use it now. Don't use it.
She should be sentenced to if she is
What do
convicted.
they say?
Feel free to share your comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Becky, Bob, Becky. Aye. Okay, let's move there. Let's move there. Wait.
Snoop Dogg's crowd.
Yeah, we're gonna be in safe zone. Yeah.
On November 19th, 2023, police officers were called to respond to a situation who had reportedly violated.
You mean I never saw this? Oh, somebody just shot me. I dodged him. On me, do it. I got sniped.
Peter Griffin. GG's Peter Griffin.
Там this Peter Parker.
Peter Griffin?
Нет, это Peter Parker.
We're also on Instagram at Sibley Twins, and you can also find us on X. Okay, here is part 2 of Megan's adventures.
3 days in the college, and I'm 3 days behind. There was guys. College, he thinks he don't mind, blah blah. Okay,
We're gonna blow up this car. Get this car destroyed.
Yeah. Great option for me in retirement. And I think this is a great option for anyone at any stage in their life. My house is 10 feet wide by 28 feet long, so 280 square feet. This piece of furniture was a major consideration when I was designing the house. I remember one night.
Men cause disturbances in public. This woman assaults multiple
3 days in the college, and I'm 3 lectures behind. There was guys in this college, he thinks he don't mind.
No.
I'm coming.
We join our part? What's it a game? Who's?
Mem Donut on.
It's probably one of mine.
Okay.
This game might take a while, so if you want to leave, you can. My bad. Alright, cool.
I see Billy over there.
Me too.
Billy. I see Billy, I'm getting shot at. Billy, that's what you get, Billy. Oh, there's behind. One chill guy behind. Over here. Yeah. David, come on, you gotta do this now. What? Yo. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna get off.
Okay then.
I think I'm gonna get on like at 3 o'clock. Maybe. I'm gonna go play some games.
Not that much.
In the college, not to left us behind.
I mean, we could try one more if we're all here.
Okay, get that guy. Ryan. Taking the college.
I don't care whether you live across the street because you're not doing it because if you got a criminal charge, look for it. You're clearly charging me for a walk-in? Oh, just all intoxication if you want to go burglary.
Burglary? What did I steal? I didn't steal anything. Are you kidding me?
Now he's not resisting. How's that?
You got that guy?
Baptize you when you go to jail.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't snatch like me.
Get out of this thing. Get out.
This won't talk to you.
Yeah, did you ready that?
Yeah, we're all good.
But did you get that guy? The name was Mandis or something.
Do you see if she took anything out of that blue Mustang? You said you saw her in there. That's right, she was looking in there. Looking there, she didn't take anything? Yeah, that's right, but she was also looking in there and she started laying all over the car. Okay, never mind. You want to hear this one on top? Can you listen? You want to hear this one on top?
So,
You come up here?
I called you here, so in the beginning when she first came in, I think when the start when she first came in, she was leaning against the wall, but she knocked over one of our keypads. So I definitely on purpose to push it back, so she went to the bathroom. Yes, in the front door. No, I was coming to the back, right? Whatever, you know, I really feel small. Let her keep up there. Just make the right for her. Leave the
Let's go over here. Oh, building. Yeah, let's go there and then. It's a yellow one.
Were there other things walking around? Okay. Were they turning and looking?
They were turning and looking and like, what's going on?
Якось пещеру знайшов.
Well, I don't care. Yeah.
No problem. Thanks for calling.
Go with her here real quick. Where did you interact?
Well, I pulled
Into the parking lot?
yes, sir, and I pulled over there. I saw that she was looking empty in the car, so I didn't want her looking in mine. So I pulled to the front. I went and got the other lady that works here. I went back outside. I sit on my car, and then she came up to me. She was like, "You don't need us." I was like, "No, she was asking you." And over here, she was inside my car. She was letting me come in my car. And I was like,
Beba baba, beta beta beta, was that being
She watched the freedom a little bit to get into your car.
and then I was standing on my car trying to get in because she had that point she was going to charge up. So I walked back in there, and then she came behind me, and she started calling me white trash. And
On the wall, who's the parents of us all? Me, I love you, and the best person in the world. What? She is absolutely,
Wait for it.
beyond the joke. But I would have thought that any chance a right on had, oh sorry, American Riviera Vulture. Oh, had.
I love that.
Thank you. It's just embarrassing. It's not. I think maybe
Oh my
have
god.
had
Bunu da
to scratch up the earth and bury that bit of matter on
Stop it.
another damn musician. Leo says that. But she is not capable of running a company of.
Stop it.
I think that if I can just very briefly explain, some years
Shoot
ago,
out.
Alex Starson suggested that I do a jewelry line for.
Wait for it.
The shopping channel. And I looked into it and spoke to the head of the, what's it called, the shopping networks. I can't remember what it's called now. But you have to have, for every product that you are making available to sale, you have to have
Freaking do on me. 100.
ready and waiting in case it is not you stand to pitch because you have to then somehow get rid of that stock. Megan has these big bright ideas.
There's another one.
You serious?
Doesn't understand what is involved. And also, who's
I need the sniper, I need the sniper, I need the sniper, I need the sniper.
You know,
I will give him Matt's sniper.
Wait for it.
Here.
Netflix is going to be behind this yacht. And please,
The sniper's freaking sniper.
Why on earth do they want to get behind a product? Ladies, you just had to show you these great photos of Megan at the Pay Center. Literally, look at the PR.
Саша, так машина с подсветкой, диви.
Just like, get off. According to Taz, put these together.
Надо прямо сразу.
And then this look, what the hell? The other one on the other side saying, Megan, please, get off.
Люда.
One. And then you see she sort of dashes away, finally gets the message, but not wait for it. Because she ain't happy. And I just thought, goodness me, those summed up how not to do royalty or a regal approach. And I wanted to contrast this with here it comes King Charles, who had a delightful moment this week with a group of American tourists who happened to be in London and just...
Nice. They're all dead. There's more though.
Я там бачив людей. Десь там. Вони там же.
NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
I'm Trevor Tobacco. I've been here now since 2011. Worked within infrastructure and became a conductor just last year. Conductors make sure that everything arrives where it's supposed to be, keeping count of the cars, and if there's a defect, we have to get off and check it, and make sure it's all good, keep going. Like typical 9 to 5.
There's more.
And it's always nice to be given back to the community as well. We're always involved in the community. It's always nice to be one of the faces that are
Trying to get some royalty.
okay.
Now we are. Thank you.
I mean, now you see the contrast could isn't that how you do royalty?
But you know, guys, the King and William are very gracious.
You serious?
Northern supposed to be gracious. Harry used to be gracious, but Meghan is graceless, and Harry has learned to be graceless as a result of her influence.
Stop it.
I used to know the opinion of the 80th century state. He was Mr. Television in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And his wife, Dave, was one of the swans. They had a house issue. And he must be spinning in his grave to see, because he was a man of great taste and discernment, and so was she. And he must be spinning in his grave to see that the centre that's named after him has such tacky conduct taking place on that.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
Stage. I mean, you practically have to shoot Meghan to get her off stage. You know,
Just get off. Just get off. Oh, goodness me. Okay. Oh, let's see. What a week of it we've had. Your channel on YouTube is going to be absolutely must watch over the next few days. You're serious? Cannot wait, and you know I love having you on Outspoken.
thank you, Dominic. It's always wonderful.
I gotta do a challenge real quick in Town Square. Ah, fuck it, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. It's too far.
She's done it with all the I would not be surprised if they played the couple to a larger extent, because they are trapped at this point with each other. And in a relationship like that, no matter how unhappy you are, and no matter how much you yearn to depart, it's not that easy to extricate yourself. Whether you are in the public eye or not in the public eye, and when you're in the public eye, it makes it even more difficult to extricate yourself. So, you know, there's the facade of everything is fine, everybody is happy, that's me too. And you notice, when Harry was speaking softly, he said that he didn't say what he wanted for first, he made sure he got it was kind of
No, indeed, and I think people have to...
All here. All here.
Oh, base up, mate.
Including finances, including security, including where the children live. And so he decided to almost make it all about divorce, whereas actually he wasn't prepared to at all address the issues that are quite clearly there in the relationship. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about some behaviour from Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, because this week they released a video, which we're going to take a little look at, which was promoting the Archewell Foundation. I find
people
bizarre that they think there's anything to be proud of over given that they only raised $1 million, which is nothing, given that the power that they have, given the wealth of the friends that they have, and also given the fact that they ended up then donating $250,000 of that to Joe Biden's daughter. Surely not a woman who did.
Who was that?
I don't know.
Саш, до нас Максим зайшов, він почав привіти.
This goes against the unwritten rules within members of the royal family, which is that you allow a state visit to take center stage. This was purposeful, wasn't it?
You know, what are they actually telling us? They're actually telling us that
Kill them. Don't worry about me.
Four years ago, if they'd done something like this, it would have been league news. Now it's not league news. So they have
My gosh, I think I'm going to. Yes, I'm going to get it off.
Alright.
Get off.
Okay, bye guys.
That was fun, bro.
Yeah, but why did you FAK, bro? Why?
I don't know.
There was like 2 guys left, and that's it. We might would have win.
You only raised $1 million. I mean, that's the thing. I know sometimes that sounds like a lot. Trust me, when you're dealing with
I think I'm going to get off.
They only put an hour of work into Archie.
Yeah, bye, bro.
See you next time.
I see ya.